What is up guys, Eric here from Real Film Reviews bringing you another movie review, and this time for the newest installment in the Rocky series, Creed. Creed stars Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone and is the story of Apollo Creed's son wanting to become a professional boxer like his father and going to Rocky for him to train him. Now, this movie was a completely original idea from the director Ryan Coogler, who loved Rocky and wanted to make another movie about it. He signed on Michael B. Jordan and wrote this entire screenplay himself, and this movie is the best Rocky film we have gotten since the original. I really don't know where to start with what's good about this film because there are so many things that are good. Sylvester Stallone, to start with, gives an Oscar-worthy performance in this movie as this old, beaten boxer who is kind of down on his luck and doesn't really have anything in his life that he cares about anymore. And then Michael B. Jordan comes in and he is amazing in this movie. He's completely shredded, he took no steroids to get in the shape he is in, and he looks like he could beat you up. And he's great in all the physical aspects of this movie, and he's also great in all of the dramatic aspects. That is where Sylvester Stallone succeeds, I think, the most, is the dramatic aspects of this film. There's one scene in particular where he kind of breaks down a little bit, and it's great. It's great to see Sylvester Stallone play a role that you've seen him play so many more times before, but in this one he plays a totally different character. Tessa Thompson plays Michael B. Jordan's love interest, and she was also very good in the film, though she didn't have a very big part, but I think the amount that she was in the film worked with where the film was going throughout the story. This movie was also pretty funny, which surprised me. I wasn't really expecting that going into it, but by far the most impressive thing about this entire film is the directing. Ryan Coogler knocked it out of the park with this film. All of the scenes, all of the shots are directed so beautifully that you would not believe that this is coming from a guy who has only ever made one other well-known feature film, being Fruitvale Station, also starring Michael B. Jordan, but this movie is shot so beautifully, and it's so well, crafted in every way that you can tell he really did care about this story and really did want to make something great. This movie also had a great soundtrack, and I think overall is really just an amazing addition to the Rocky series as a whole, and I think it's a good way to carry on the Rocky legacy now that Sylvester Stallone is so old. We now have a young Michael B. Jordan who can fight as Adonis Creed in these future films if they wanted to make them. There's only a couple small things I have wrong with this film, one of them being, in all of the previous Rocky films we have always gotten a decent amount of backstory about the boxer that your hero will be fighting in his big fight. And in this film we get small snippets, but we don't really get enough to really get a feel for who the guy is or what he's like. We're kind of supposed to just not like him, and in all of the other Rocky movies, even when we weren't supposed to like the character, it always still gave us their backstory and why they were there or why they were the way they were, and this one didn't really do that one as much, and I wish it would have. However, it's a very small thing. The only other thing this movie got wrong is there's just a few sequences where they use an out-of-place slang term where for the characters maybe it would make sense for them to use that term, but it just does not fit with the rest of the script at all and feels really clunky when they say it sometimes. I'm gonna give Creed an A. This movie got my adrenaline pumping, and it was a ton of fun to see in theaters. If you're a fan of the Rocky franchise or just a fan of sports films in general, I would say definitely go check this movie out because it's great. Well, as always guys, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of Creed, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and I hope to see you guys later.